Good evening, guys, and welcome to round 2 for the Division 1, for the F1 division. We're here at Bahrain. You're joined by myself, S01, and also RSF1 Senna. How's it going, Senna? You alright?
Yeah, good, thank you. Just make sure I tick the box so people can hear me. Good evening.
Just about say, have you done your tick? A little bit short, surprisingly, tonight. Only with 15 drivers, so I'm surprised to see people out on track doing laps, but I'm sure they will retire very, very quickly from this session.
Yeah, some people are already retired without doing a lap, so we'll be going to Q2 very shortly.
We shall. So obviously from last week, the first race round Australia, RSF1 took the win. I'm sure he'll be open to build on that with another strong performance and look to maybe put in a title challenge this season. Also took P2, John MH 2002 took P3, and Smokey with Bates in P4. We have got a new full-time driver on the grid today. He was there last week but only as a reserve. Ian Boyer stepped into the Ferrari after the previous Ferrari driver decided that he didn't feel he was quick enough for it. So
And we
I'm sure
have
he'll be well happy with that.
And we have Lukey, that was in their last race, starting his first race in Bahrain in the Red Bull.
Yeah, Lukey is probably a contender for towards the front, to be fair. I think he's been Cyprus, hasn't he, Craig? Remember rightly?
Yeah, he's been away, had a good holiday, but now he's back racing. And do you think Knights could make it 2 wins out too, like Benji did on Sunday? Or do you think we're going to have a different winner today?
I think it's tough. This is a very, very tight division. I'd be surprised to see somebody win 2 races in a row straight from the off. There's a lot of really, really strong drivers on this grid.
Yeah, I'm surprised that people are actually doing laps.
Petrona says, "Oh God, Craig, untick please."
No. Sorry to disappoint you.
I will be on the chats as well, guys, so we're welcome to you guys that are watching us. All 5 of you at the moment. I'm sure we'll start to all fall in when it gets closer to the race.
It's alright, we're not missing anything at the moment. Everybody's going to be through. Some are just doing laps, some are retiring, so it'll get more interesting in the Q2, especially see what tyres are on, because I'm sure it's going to be a dry race. I'll be very surprised if there's any rain in the race.
Yeah, so would I, especially at Bahrain. Bit of a nightmare track for me, this one.
Yeah, you didn't have the best of times yesterday. I watched the race back.
Sunday. No, I didn't know. Bit unfortunate. How did you get on?
I was in 5th, not too far behind Peppermeat, and then I spun it, and it twice in 1 lap. And I ended up in 8th. So it was annoying.
Alright, okay, points finished up.
Yeah, just annoyed because I could have been up there, especially when Wilco and Magic Mark left, and could have been battling, with those for the podium. But like you said, at least I did the race yesterday, got points on the board. So, and this ain't one of my favourite tracks either, so it's good to get points.
Petrona says, wait 1 minute, Craig Senna is saying he's shocked people are doing laps with only 15 in the lobby. Yeah, he's always the one doing a lap when there's only 15 as well. Laughing faces.
Yeah, sometimes, just to get a little warm up. I don't think these top guys need a warm up.
Brady, obviously knows Luke pretty well, believes that Luke is going to lose it at turn 13.
Ooh. No, he might bottle and jump in tonight.
Yeah, there's a few tough turns on this track, especially for the guys that are running no traction. I'm expecting to see a bit of a stronger performance today from Clays. He is a driver I expect to be up there come the end of the season, so.
Yeah, I think he just got the points, or just missed out because he went really long on those hards with his teammate Bamba last week. Not sure if he just snuck in the points or not. I can't remember the exact.
Just missed out.
Top 10. Ah, okay. Yeah, I knew it was close.
Hello, Mr. Thor.
I know Vettel fan got pole last week, but then I think he had a bit of trouble with the race. So hopefully he can have a better race this week as well.
Yeah, I couldn't pick a winner at this stage out of them, regardless of what I saw last week. I think we'll probably find out a bit more in Q2 what people's pace could be like. Also, we'll get to have a look at strategies as well.
Well, I said last week in F4, I think you're really going to tell who the top guys are when you get into about 5, 6, 7 races in. Can't really tell after one race because Australia could be a really stronger track than others, really. So it's hard to tell who's going to be up there, but it's going to be close. I should expect multiple winners in this tier anyway. I don't think somebody's going to just run away with it.
No, I do. Nothing against Ike's. Ike's is a quick driver, and I'm sure he'll still be up there, but I do expect a different winner, just due to the fact of the sheer competition in this league.
Yeah, it's very tight, and especially for like F2 on Sunday, you get a damaged wing. Even if it's not your fault, it's very hard to come back when everybody's so closely on pace. So you've got to make sure that you're very consistent throughout the whole season and have less dramas than any other driver, and that could win you the title with how close the field is.
Yeah, that's what cost me. Sunday, I think I was running in 6th at one point. Yeah, that's what cost me. Craig, mute the stream.
Yeah, it's turned out my bad. Just trying to get it out.
Yeah, hearing my own voice back is not nice. But yeah, there was a little instance in front of me I had to avoid. Lost my wing, and there's no way coming back. The tiers are too tight for coming back from that a lot of time.
Well, you've not really had the best start for qualifying, have you? You haven't even got out Q1 yet. Like, you've crashed out in both of them, I think. You've not really had the best start in qualifying.
Yeah. Crashed out on my in lap Sunday, so it was fun.
Yeah, then I saw you spin it.
Here, turn 2.
On the formation lap. How did you do that right at the end?
Alright, turn 2. I don't know.
Because somebody told me there's a racing point spinning at the back, and I saw it on the door. I watched the stream back. I couldn't believe it. I thought we might have had damage before the race started. So.
I always make the mistakes on when I'm running at a slower pace. That's when I tend to make my mistakes.
So most people have retired, but you've got the likes of Hush and Scholes and the other guys still going out doing laps. I'm quite surprised about. Petrona says you've got a heavy foot, that's why.
I don't disagree with you.
Actually, surprised.
New pedals, mate.
It surprised me. I thought you weren't going to be able to race on Sunday because you had probably your steering wheel. So I was surprised when you said you'd be racing.
I just went out and bought a Logitech on Sunday, so I could race. I did have a little dabble on the pad on Saturday, but it's just so alien to me now.
I'll tell you what, Bahrain, it's visually very good on this game. I love the lighting on this game, and it's one of the most nicest looking tracks on this game.
It's very nice. I've just been sat here, because session is important, I've just been sat here watching no shells go round for 5 laps.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, we're still just waiting on Hush, Shoals, Rapper Sprays and Oaks, and then we'll get the real action underway.
Rapper Sprays in the pits, he'll probably retire. But we're obviously getting to the end of this session. Yeah, to be fair, Petrona Singapore will look very good as well.
It's lovely how the light just shines on the cars and the tyres as well. Looks really nice.
I love the Haas car. I like the Force India, but I wish I'd got a Haas.
Yes, I'll be looking forward to using the Haas on another day, so it will be nice.
I'm sure you will.
Right, so Hush goes quickest on the 27.2. That's a very quick lap actually. That was 4 times quicker than the pole from Sunday. And I was thinking we're going to see early, maybe in the 26s. So
We could see a 26 if this is what we've seen in Q1, when I'd imagine they're not full throttle and taking too many risks. We could see a 26 in Q3 potentially.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how big the gap was going to be because I think it was only a couple
Not
of
sure
tenths
what
fast.
IOX has done.
Yeah, F1 pole's only a couple of tenths quicker than the F2 pole from last week, so I didn't know how close or how big it was going to be. Maybe there might be more of a gap this week.
IOX has had a little off somewhere.
So I was just going to pits and retired on 6 laps on his sauce. What you do, man? But unless you're doing race practice, I don't know. What you doing, man? Always testing out the new update.
Sure, it's still going.
I'm interested
See if
to
Hush
see
is going to head in.
No, he should do, really.
That blue helmet really sticks out in the black of the hat.
Yeah, it does. Looks nice, actually.
Yeah, it does.
So he's going to retire. Oaks will surely retire. Charles should go in the pits as well. No, he's carrying on.
So we get one more lap of no shoals.
He just wants TV time. So while we are waiting for Q2, you expect many people do the old medium to hard strategy, so it's been the most popular one for this track.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see one of the 5 guys or a couple of the 5 guys that do go out in Q2 look to do a hard to soft. Thoughts on Germany? Yeah, Germany was one of the best races I've seen, if I'm honest.
Yeah, my dad said to me earlier on the phone, he said it was the best race of the season. I think I might have to agree with him with that. So much drama going on.
Great race. Timonaki says Alpha's a sexy looking car, I think we should let him off. Yeah, the Alpha is a beautiful car, I like the Alpha. When I saw the new designs for the season, the Alpha was up there as one of my favourite. Patronus says hard to medium is better. What, even if you're starting on brand new fresh tyres?
I think hards to medium is better if you're starting outside the top 10, but you will not get in the top 10 on hards though, so that's going to be very hard to do.
No, I mean if you're outside the top 10, hards to softs, I'd imagine we'll see somebody do.
They said hard to mediums. There we go, that's the end of Q1, and times are really irrelevant at this stage because people have not really put their full effort in because they already knew they were free.
Yeah, DPS is putting medium to hards. Last patch you will be on 70% wear. That is another thing that the guys aren't going to really be sure what sort of tyre wear we are going to be looking at.
Yeah, maybe that's what No Shoals is doing. Maybe just see how good the tyre wear is on the softs.
Right then, now's the important bit.
Yes, oh, actually.
Stage 1 of the important bit.
Yeah, they're actually going to go out and push this time. So.
Who's going to be the first man out?
And as we can see, more people are switching to the mediums, which is quite a 50-50 split actually. Clay's the only one on the hards. I think Clay to do a hard run first like I normally do and then do a medium second. But we have got a mixture of tyres, so it is interesting what people are thinking to do.
Yeah, I'm just looking. Patronus says the new patch only affects quality and not the race. DPS seems to think otherwise. I don't know if he's done some practice. He says you can get more out of the tyres and go longer, will be good for overtaking. Peppermeat says Gaz for the win. I'm guessing he means Gary.
Yeah, he didn't have the best of race either, did he, last week? I don't think he got into Q3 and
No.
he got involved in it at the start or something, so hopefully a better race for him. Here's the first one on track. You got Vettel Fan, Oaks, Bates, Sip, H-Sip. I don't know how you pronounce that. And Clays.
I just call him Hiccup. It's probably wrong, but
Yeah, I'll probably put that. Easy.
see what Vettel fans got.
Yeah, every Vettel fan's gonna be the first one.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. On the mediums, we've got nobody out on the softs at the moment. A couple out on the hards. Got Clays out on the hards. Lucky out on the hards. Force India behind Vettel fan. Is that out Oaks? Nope. Must be Hiccup.
So what kind of times are you expecting these guys to do on the mediums? Like, what do you think would get them through into Q3?
I'm not too sure, mate, to be honest, because I think we were doing, was the quickest time 28.2, I think, on the mediums?
Somewhere around that. Somewhere like, yeah, because I did a 28.4. I think somebody went a tenth or two quicker than me on that. So yeah, about that. So maybe some of the guys can hit late 27s on the mediums. Maybe mid to early 28 to get them through.
If you get on board with Vettel fan, he looks a little bit unsure through 1 and 2. Oh, out on the curb there.
Yeah, this is the worst part for me, the track. I hate those corners.
It hasn't looked like the strongest start to the lap here from Vettel fan. He's still got his foot in it, but
well, he's taken that nicely. Oh, the back end's got a bit. So he's a bit dry about the exit there. It's quite a scruffy lap for him. He might go again, I think.
I've missed it. But Jack Clays has just sent me a message. Can you believe I've just spun on an out lap? So yes, Jack, I can, because I spun on the formation lap and on my in lap.
Well, at least he's not binned it though. That's the main
Master Prognas again out the way. Let's have a look-see and see what the benchmark is going to be. Brian Hiccup hasn't made a mistake anywhere. He will be the next over the line. Yep, see his Force India there in the background. 128.9. I don't think that'll be good enough.
No, you can go quicker than that.
Oh, 129.0 from Hiccup. Bamba Viking is off the track. Frog's just started. Smoking with Bates. See what he's got. He goes 28.8.
Interesting.
Smoky. No Shoals. He's just coming there. Iokes with the 29.0, matching his teammate.
I'm surprised by the pace. I thought they'd all be easily in the 28s.
So am I, to be fair. No Shoals with the 29.2. Didn't quite see who that was behind him.
Luke.
Sector 1.
So that's a very good lap from Luke. He's done a 29.1 on the hards, and Krog has gone very deep in that sweeping left hand
I've just
turn
seen
and
that.
messed up there. And he's turned his ERS down.
It's another nice helmet design. Yeah. Who have we got next? Hush is sector 2. Viking sector 1, so let's go back to Hush. And that beautiful Haas.
The beautiful Haas, yeah, I do like
Horse.
it. And I do like the helmet. The helmet does look nice actually with the Haas.
It does, it really sticks out from the car. I don't normally notice helmets, but it's very pretty.
It is very pretty.
Okay, that's probably the gayest conversation we've ever had.
Yeah. That probably won't be the last either, but yeah, we'll leave it like that. No, he's not car going to get out of the way all right. He was going very slow coming up to the last corner. I think we've seen that camera angle. He's got off the track
Nah, he's well on the
completely.
way, Force India. So,
Now that's a very good
Messina
area
missed
go.
yeah,
That's a
27.8.
better
That's
lap
more like
time.
what we expect.
My helmet is pretty,
Right,
also
start
the
to come
missus
over.
says.
29.1. What's that? Oh,
Petronas. Yeah, so Hush has really done one of the laps I was expecting to be one of the quickest on the mediums, and everybody else seems to have not got their laps together. So that's
yeah,
a brilliant job
he's
from Hush.
nearly a full second ahead of the closest time, which is Smoking with Bait. So a lot of these guys will be looking now. Oh, very wide there from Clays.
I think that'd be good. I think that'd be good enough for Hush to get into Q3. Personally, I don't think he needs to go out again.
No, he doesn't need to go out again, most definitely not. Ooh, bit twitchy there from Clays coming out the final corner. And good enough for 30.1, the slowest of the time set so far.
I feel, because some people have got these laps together, and I am right seeing this, they're going to be forced to go and do a lap on the softs. And that will
Yes,
force
they
them
are,
onto a
yeah, there's going to be a
two-stopper.
few guys. Let's get on with Ian Boys coming through sector 1 now. The brand new Ferrari recruit.
Yeah, what car was he in last week? I'm trying to remember now.
I'm not even too sure, mate, if I'm honest. Not too sure. Right, give me 2 seconds, I'll let you talk through the lap of Ian Boy.
Alright, so he's just completed the first sector, coming up to the tight right hairpin. Takes that pretty nicely, and then he'll be coming up the hill and down again. That's that long sweep of left-hand turn where you can gain or lose too much time. Takes it nicely, a little bit of a wiggle, loses a bit of traction drive, now comes down the third DRS off the straight and coming into the left-hand turn now onto he's taking a bit of a slide there. Bit of a scruffy lap from Ian Boy at the moment, but let's see what kind of sector he's doing. Well, I think that's about a second slower than what Hush did, so he's gone very wide again, the back end just keeps going out on him, and this is not going to be a great lap time, and I feel he is going to have to do a run on the softs as well, but he's coming around the last corner now, coming down the start finish straight, and let's see what time he will do. I think it's going to be a 29, yeah, it's a 29.0, and that is not going to be good enough, I feel. We're 7th place at the moment. So at the moment with 6 minutes to go, we've got Hush, Smoking with Baits, Viking, Vettel Fan, Oaks, going to call him Hiccup, Ian Boyd, Masterclaw, Lukey, and no shows in the top 10. We still have Oaks, Ozza, Gary and Sprace to still do a lap, so still a lot can change going into Q3.
Just need to go and grab a refreshment, mate.
That's alright. No, it's quite a scruffy lap for me and boys. His back end kept stepping out, especially in the last sector. We go on the curbs a bit, and Velfan's retired. Now, I don't know if he's crashed it or not. I'm going to have to look if that was a terminal damage.
No. He hasn't crashed it. No shoals on the other hand.
I think that's very
No
brave from Vettel to
No
retire.
shoals. So do I. I'm guessing No Shoals doesn't want to wear any more of his tyres out and doesn't feel like starting on the softs, so just got out of it.
Well, I feel the guys that have set laptop do a really good laptop at Hush to the medium still go ahead of Vettel. Some people might go on the softs, and I don't know, he's risking that just if he wants to be into Q3.
Yeah, No Shoals is definitely accepted not going through to Q3, I would have thought. We're on board with Ozza now. He's the only person on a lap, unless Ian Boy's gone again. Are you going to check that for me?
No, he hasn't. He's in the pits, yeah. And Ozza
was very tidy through 1, 2 and 3. That's an interesting line. I'll bear that in mind for the future around Bahrain. See how he does through the S section. Down to 4th. I use 5th there, so that's something else I've learned. Thank you, Ozza. Noticed all the guys are using 4th there. This is so far looking like a very, very nice lap. I didn't see where he was compared to Hush through the first sector.
Well, Hush did a 1060, I remember, in the second sector, so we can get a good marker from there. This does look like a good lap to me.
This looks really, really nice so far from Ozzy.
It's about 6/10 off Hush at the moment. I suppose near 1060. But it should be mid to early 28, I feel. Where I feel people should be on the mediums.
It's been a very, very tiny lap from him. Very tiny.
Yeah, there we go, 28.5. That's what I'm expecting these people to do. Because we were doing these times yesterday, so...
It should be safe.
Not yesterday, I get so confused, Sunday. Right, so Ike's Gary rapid sprays are all out, not set a lap. Surprisingly, Hush is ready just in case on the softs, but I think he's already through. Especially with Charlie Belfad and Bambo retiring. Hiccup seems to be the one that maybe be coming out on the softs. Now I know people don't want to start on the softs. No. Show Rapids and Gaz's laps, please. Rapids is about to finish his first sector. I don't think Rapids finished last week, so hopefully I'm a better finish this week. And there's a bit of pressure now to try and set a lap time, as he didn't set one at the beginning. We've only just got 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and Hiccup's now retired as well. I feel people really don't want to start this off, so I don't really blame them, to be honest. And Rapid Sprays really lost the back end there after the exit, and the McLaren nicely gets out the way. So it's just what you're seeing then, Shane. People don't want to start with softs because they don't want to do the two-stop, do they? So they're focusing more on strategy than grip position.
Yeah, there's a few people in the pits that have got the softs on at the moment, but they've yet to leave. So, Iox has just switched it back to the medium, so he could be on his way out now.
But he's going to have to come out very quickly.
See what Rapid Sprays has got.
28.8
puts him up into P3. He should hopefully be safe with that, looking at the time so far.
Yeah, I feel so as well. So where's Eitz and Gary?
Eitz is coming round now.
Eitz looks like he's on a good lap here. He's done a sector under 1:07, so I think this could be quicker than Rapid Sprays.
So 28.7.
Just by a tenth. So that was a hell of a lap Hush did. So compared to everybody else. You've got Gary coming up to the last corner. Hush just retired as well. Well, not surprised really. If I would have done that after I set that lap. Is Gary going to get through into Q3? It's going to be tight. And it's a 28.2. That's a very good lap. That's more like it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he should be safe as well. Clay's... Oh, he looked like he run wide there. It's a possibility of validation. Oh, he's twitching all over the place. He's really struggling as Clay's at the moment.
Well,
he has 9/10 up on his time. Oh, he's not saving that.
Oh no.
That is Clay's out of qualifying.
And Lukey
will not be going through to Q3.
Is 6/10 up on his time. He's definitely getting to Q3 here on the mediums. Got a very good lap here.
See what he's got. Bang open goes the DRS.
28.1.
28.1.
You say that Clays is out then?
Clays is out, mate. Yeah, he's had a big spin. Not got time to get round.
So look how much Hiccup has missed out on Q3. Look how much Hiccup's missed out on Q3.
Wow.
That's ridiculous. And Ian Boy as well, and Master Krog. They've all done a time under the 1:29.0. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, some big names starting on fresh tyres there. Really quick drives. It'd be interesting to see how they progress through the field throughout the race.
The man to watch out for at the moment is Unity Hush, the only man in the 27s on the softs, so maybe we could see him do a lap, first lap of the 26s.
Yeah, I mean, literally everybody has qualified on the mediums. There is not one soft runner in sight.
I'm not surprised. Everybody just knows it's a much quicker strategy doing the one stop. You don't want to do an extra stop, and you know those stops are not going to last that long around here.
No.
I feel sorry for Clays, not having the best of starts, but I'm sure his true pace will come out soon anyways. Who else? The championship leader, only 5th fastest. Might not be as strong around here than he was in Australia.
Yep, he's a beautiful little Renault though, is through to Q3, and that's what matters.
Yeah, both Renaults in Q3, so much better from Gary.
Sorry, I've just sent Jack a message just saying caught the last one on Tream Pal. Sorry, he was on about his spins, and he responded with a picture of Anthony Martial holding a knife, looking pretty angry.
So that's the end of Q2. So we've lost Hiccup in the Racing Point, Ian Boy in the Ferrari, Mastercross in the McLaren, No Shells in the Alfa Romeo, and RSR Clays in the Mercedes. So we have 2 Toro Rossos and 2 Renaults in the top 10. So it's good for them.
As they'll be looking strong for constructors, provided they can hold that come the end of the race. Here's where it all happens though now, Senna.
Oh yeah, this is when we get rid of the sandbags. Funny I say that. Put the old engines on full whack and ready to go.
I'm saying nothing.
Right, so people in the chat, who's going to get pole? What are your predictions? It's going to be on the chat. We now have 14 viewers, so good evening to all of you. What about you, Shane? Who you put your money on if you could have a bet?
If I was going to have a bet after seeing what Hush has just done, McLaren first out, which could be Hush, I suppose. Or is it Ozzy? It's Ozzy. And the other cars got out ahead of him. We have both the Toros. Who is the front of that queue? It's Bambi Viking, I believe. Yeah, my money's got to go on Hush after what he's just done in the last session.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. You know, people do surprise in Q3 as well, but at the moment, Hush is looking good. Peppermint is still saying that Gaz for the pole, so we've definitely got a Gary fan.
What I don't like when I see Peppermint in the chat is it's been sort of drilled into me that he sat there butt naked, and that's what I like, sort of vision.
I thought that's his Peppermint fan, like Jamie got it. I thought he's the one that's normally
No, they both do it. It's probably the same person. Peppermint's probably supporting himself on the chat, really.
Well, I don't really want that image in my head. I need to go to the toilet quick before the race starts, so I'll let you carry on, so I'll be back in a minute. So.
Tell you what's very, very interesting here. I know obviously Craig's just left me, but I'm looking here and we're seeing Vettel was sticking very close to Bambi Viking. I was wondering if we're going to see a bit of slipstream running from him. We've also got the Williams of smoking. Who's in the Williams there behind? Rapid Sprays directly behind as well. So let's get back on with Bambi Viking and see what he can do. And yes, Peppermint's naked currently. No surprise. Very nice with turn 1 there. Keep the back end steady through 2. He can. And through. Oh, not through 3. Stepped out a little bit there. Managed to control it quite well. Went to 4. I see the switch up into 4th gear there. And he stays in 5th, unlike the others who are down to 4th. Very difficult double left-handed. Very nice, very nice. We'll see that it's now a Haas directly behind him. Could be Hush on an outlap. Will be Hush on an outlap. Coming towards the final corner. See what sort of benchmark Bamber Viking is setting, and then we'll jump straight to... Who's behind me? Vettel fan. 128.2. Vettel fan is straight in the pits. Push on an outlap to Smoking with Bates. Oh, Gary goes to 28.0. I'm expecting the times to tumble a little bit from this, to be fair. There we go, 27.5 from Aussie. It's a little bit more like it. Can these guys set as a 26? 28.0 from Smoking McBates. Iox is the next man. For RS, it was a good push. Put in a 28.5, only good enough for P5 at the moment. Slows to the guys that have set a time. Lucky's looking like the next one, followed by Eitz and followed by Hush. See what Lucky can do. His first race in RSF1, after enjoying himself in, I believe, Cyprus. Do notice a lot of these guys, they really use all of the track available to them. Lucky comes across the line, 27.7, good enough for P2 at the moment. Look at his Hush next, and then Ait. $27.2 from Hush. Currently good enough for pole position. That'll fun. Missed Ait, where did Ait go? Ait went into P3 with a 27.7. Quick scan through, see if we can see anyone on a lap still. Iox, nope, 4 seconds down. Oh, Hush. Where's that? Is that coming out to 2, I believe? Yeah, he's lost big chunk of his front wing on the right hand side. He was obviously thinking of going for another lap. He's a lucky boy, really, by the amount of wing he's lost. Probably still have all wheels on. Surely Oz is heading back to the pits. Right guys, do we think anyone's going to manage to beat Hush's set time of a 27.2 that's currently sat on pole? Or are we expecting him to stay where he is? Give me some feedback. Sed has left me. Need someone to talk to. Nope. So we're expecting to stay the same from Gaz the Jew. Vettel fan is definitely a guy that can threaten what Hush is currently set up front. As Craig mentioned, I do believe he qualified pole last week, so I'm sure he'll be open to keep that going. More to come from Smokey, he believes, but it's a good lap from Unity Hush. It's again from Gaz the Jew. Bit wide there from Vettel fan. He's kept his foot in it, kept his ERS up, so Mustang's unvalidated. Tim and IK says my boy Ait says quick front row at least. Well, he's on the second row at the moment. I'm sure he'll be heading out shortly for his second run. Vettel fan puts it in P5 with a 27.8. And Rapid Sprays. 27.7 Rapid Sprays moves up into P4. And it's all a little bit quiet. We're just waiting for everyone else to come back out on track now. I want to imagine as these guys are going again.
Right, I am back.
Good. There's not much going on at the minute, mate. Iox is on his outlap. Everyone else is either in the pits or in. Gary's on his outlap now as well.
Oh God. You were right. Have me saying yes, I am naked currently. Oh God.
Oh yeah.
So our pick for pole at the moment is on pole at the moment, 2017. Very good lap from Hush.
Yeah, it's a very, very good time from him again.
So some people are coming out again, getting ready for their second run. Also doing a great job in second. Championship leader is third with Heights, and Rapid Sprays is up there this time as well. So I got pole last week is sixth at the moment, so we could have a new pole sitter.
We could do. It's going to take a lot to knock Hush off that front row from what we've seen so far.
Did someone do a 2017 though in Q1? I can't remember who did that.
Hush.
Oh yeah, it was Hush, was it? Yeah, he was definitely mad to beat.
Yeah.
Well, at least he's consistent.
Very true. See what Iox has got. Then we've got Gary coming over.
Yeah, I think surely some of the guys...
Very wide from Iox.
Yeah, I'm sure he did better than 28.5.
Yeah, he's instantly bailed out of his lap. He ran very, very wide, which probably invalidated him, so...
Well, Gary's on a lap. He was the third quickest in Q2, so... sure there is room for improvement there. See if he can get himself further up the grid. Get closer to his Renault teammate, Heights, in third. Looks like a nice lap so far.
Yeah, he's got good pace, Gary. In fact, I think I say this every time we're on board with someone. They've got good pace. They've got good pace. But it is the F1 division, so they've all got good pace.
Well, he's 2 tenths up on his lap time at the moment, so this would get him up to third at the moment if he carries this on.
We don't know if he made a mistake in the final sector as well, so we could see a big chunk of time come down from him.
Yeah, Rapid Sprays is finished.
He's going to pick up some slipstream.
It's going to be a
27.4 puts him P2 at the moment.
That's a great lap, right? He's next.
So who have we got next? Ozzy is in sector 3. He's a 10th up.
He could get second. I think you're right. I don't think anybody's going to challenge Hush. But there's a good battle here for second place to get on the front row winning.
Oh, 27.4 also from Ozzy. Just throws himself into P2.
Right. Is it Heights next?
No, Archie's still in sector 1. Lukey's in sector 2. He's nearly 2 tenths up on his time. Vettel from sector 1. It's looking like Lukey next.
You say he's 2 tenths up?
He would a 10th and a half up. He was.
See, imagine if he gets the 27.4 as well. Looks like they're all, like I said, they're all battling for that second spot on the front row.
Well, let's see what Lukey's got in sector 2. I'm sure he'll still think he can get on pole. He's 4 tenths up.
He could challenge pole here.
He's close. He's close. Vettel fans retire from the session. He's not coming again. He's in P8.
Right, what can Lukey do here?
Good final corner from Lukey. What's he got? Coming down to the line. We're on board with him.
Second place.
27.3. Ooh.
Very good lap. Right, I think it's like
Oh,
next though.
who's that there? Is that Oz? Oz is off in the McLaren. Just caught that in the background.
I don't think that
We
matters
won't see
anyway.
any more times.
Oh,
Oz crosses the line, goes a little bit quicker, not much.
And Hush
Goes even quicker, 27-0.
Wow. And Bamba goes 8 for a 27.777. And that is it for qualifying. So Hush gets his first pole in RSF1 in the Tier 1 division. So what a cracking lap that was, but what a battle it was for... look how close it is between second and fourth as well. Very, very close.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Very close. This is going to be a fun race.
I feel...
Oh, I'm excited, Craig. I'm excited.
Yeah, same. I feel, though, if Hush gets away in the lead, he might pull away. I don't know what his race pace is like, but he's looking good at the moment.
We'll find out.
So, yeah,
so we've got P1. Sorry, Craig. P1 by 3/10. We've got Unity Hush with a 27-0. Lukey P2. Ozzy P3. Gary P4. Ait P5. Last week's race winner. Smokey with Bates P6. Rappy Spray 7th. Bamba Viking 8th. Vettel Fan surprisingly down in 9th. And Ioaks in 10th in the Racing Point. It's looking a good race, mate.
It will be, and let's not count anybody out from the back as well. You know, Petrona's got from 18th to 5th. And I've seen quite a few people start from the back and get good positions in other games. This is a track where you can make places, and we could see some drama at the start. Always got that tight turn 1 with so many cars going in there, so I'm looking forward. It should be a good race. I don't think Hush will be on the 2-stop, Timica, because he's started on the medium,
neither do I.
Surprised.
Let's hope there is no naughty engines.
Right, he's supposed to ready.
We are waiting on. I'm guessing it's going to be Clays as he's lobby host.
Okay. Who are we waiting on for, you say?
But I don't know if it's been sorted. No, I was saying about after you said that about Petronas, I bet he got a smile from ear to ear. He loves a good compliment, does Ted?
Oh, he does.
He did well though. He got good pace. He really caught me out when he overtook me. Wasn't expecting it. Didn't go defensive, and he just went up the inside. He held the corner nicely as well. To be fair to him, wasn't like he pushed me out. He scared me, but he didn't push me off.
No, Timica, his first lap was on the mediums. He had the softs ready just in case, but he never set a lap on the softs. So he should be doing the ones. Nobody did a lap on the softs in Q2. So we should see everybody doing a one-stop. So what are your predictions, guys, for the race win or the podium? I think Hush is going to win it. I think he looks like he's got this in control. I want to try and figure somebody who could come from the back.
Clays is very, very back of the grid.
Apparently,
I've just dropped Clays, letting him know it's on him to ready up.
Ioaks said he didn't have the right setup. Didn't have the setup right in the first place, so that's why he was struggling. So hopefully he sorted it out for the race. And there he goes, he's ready up. We are going to be ready to go and start the formation lap. And then we'll get this race underway. And I can't wait for this race to start. It's going to be a good one. Bahrain is always a great track to commentate and watch on.
Yeah, it is, yeah. There's so many overtaking opportunities. It's very easy as well to run and have someone round here, which is a bit unfortunate sometimes.
Yeah, it is. You get such good slipstream behind the car, and there's now three DRS detection points as well. So, I expect very good, clean, hard racing from these guys.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it on position change straight from the off for our man Mr. Chuse, who is doing the league statistics, and they will be live very, very soon.
I've got
the last few bits in places.
I've just put tyres on, and I'm very interested with one person's tyres that he started on.
Let's have a look, see at that. Oh, no shoals.
Yeah, started on the softs.
It's interesting.
And Ian Boyd
Right, so we'll run
Master
through the
Pro.
grid order then. We
Yep.
have Mr. Unity in the Haas, Lukey in the Red Bull, Ozza in the McLaren in third, Gary in fourth in the Renault, followed by his teammate Ait also in the Renault, Smoker McBait in the Mercedes in P6, Rapid Sprays in the Williams in P7. May I add, Robert Kubica's just scored a point for Williams.
Yeah, well done to
Better
Williams.
than Russell, mate. Better than Russell. We have Bamba Viking in the Toro Rosso in 8, followed by his teammate Vettel fan P9. There's a lot of teammates close together here. We've got Iote 10 in the Force India and Hiccup 11 in the Force India. Ian Boy, he's maiden race, first race for Ferrari, is in 12th. Master Krog in the Renault is in 13th. No Shoals in the Alfa Romeo is 14th, and RSR Clays in the Mercedes in 15th.
I'm interested to see if Ian Boyd Master Pro can do what Patronus did, start on the hards and doing good in the second stint as well. And I'm very surprised no Shoals started on the softs.
Yeah, the hard tyre. I mean, I was on default setup, but either way, the hard tyres. Patronus, after about 4 laps, Patronus was quicker than I was on the hard tyres. So if we take the default setup into account, give it 6 laps or so, and Ian Boyd, Master Krog, they're both probably going to be quicker than the soft runners in front of them.
Yeah, the hard tyre definitely seems to be the better race tyre. And he seemed to go quicker and quicker as well, because I was doing my fastest laps.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Where's Lukey?
He's second, he's on the grid. What do you mean, where's Lukey?
Oh, Lukey has no audio glitch.
Oh no. They say he's on the grid.
Yeah, it's a horrible glitch. So we're 5 lights, round 2 of the F1 division, and away they go. Lukey looks like he's got a phenomenal start there up the side of Hush. He could take the lead into 1.
He's had an awesome start. He will take the lead.
Renault's behind it. He does take the lead into 1. Oh, bit of front wing there. That looks like it's off of Renault. The Renault boys are side by side. The wing is off Ait, unfortunately. Last week's race winner. Missing part of his wing.
They're all through cleanly though.
Hush
there is a bit of damage.
Yeah. Hush is under pressure. This is giving Lukey a little bit of breathing space. Look at them Renaults lining up behind him. If they go side by side through there, that's not a nice place to... Oh, no, that has lost it. It's Ait. Oh no, Force India's gone as well.
Sorry, Racing Point. Sorry for guys that are going to mention that on the screen.
Racing Point, my apologies. Yeah, so I'm surprised Patronus hasn't popped up yet.
Oh, what's that? I think it was got collected sadly. I just saw him sadly get collected by that Renault. He's out of control.
Yeah, he's struggling, Ait. I would expect Ait to end up in the pits.
Yeah, so
quite quickly here.
So championship leader not having the best of starts here, and we'll probably have to pit like you said. And the other Racing Point is off the track as well with the battle hiccup. So not a great start for all the Racing Points.
We've got the Toro Rosso Vettel fan looking up the inside of Ozza at the moment. He's settled in behind him. Rapid Sprays is looking at Ait. Ait is obviously going to be looking to try and find his way through all this to get to the inside and get to the pits, I'd imagine.
Is he going in?
He's not. Oh, we've got a Mercedes in. Smokey McBates is in.
Yeah, Rapid Sprays
must be for a wing change.
Here. So mate, you sure his Ait had the damage though, or was it McBates instead?
No, Ait he was definitely a part of Renault front wing. Ait has definitely got damage on his wing. I'm looking at it right now. He gets pushed out. He gets pushed out there by Rapid Sprays. He's just losing time.
I'm surprised
he's also fancying a Luke. So am I. I think he may have been considering it, but due to the fact that Rapid Sprays is on his inside, it may have been cut off for him, unfortunately. So in the pits we've got Smoking with Bates and Hiccup. I hope the position changes helped you there, Choose. I'm going to get off that now. Choose. I never say it right. It's one or the other.
So Hush is right on the back of Lukey. So Lukey had that great start, but Hush wants that lead back. And he's going to be in prime position to get that lead back when DRS will be activated at the start of the next lap.
I feel for Lukey. The no sound glitch is a pain in the arse. I don't know if he uses automatic or manual gears, but it's a pain. It's a pain regardless.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you use automatic. Like I use automatic gears, but not being able to hear your engine still is not good. It is a disadvantage, and Luke is already defended the inside
Luke is
line.
defensive, yeah.
It'll be a sitting duck though with the DRS coming up now. Or is it
DRS isn't open yet. It's not ready yet. It's next lap. It's next lap. He does stand a chance of being defensive here, but Gary is not letting these two run away. These three have run away now. Rapid Sprays is 4 seconds behind these three. DRS enabled. Where is Hush? He's just sat in behind him at the moment, which is helping Gary close up. Oh, Hush.
No, he's got DRS now.
Down into 4. Yeah, Luke's gone defensive again. Can he sweep round the outside? No, he's behind. Good driving, to be fair, from Hush. He knows he's quicker, but he's just biding his time. He's not risking his car to make. Oh, as I say that.
And
Yellow set to 1. That is IO.
Oh,
quite sure what happened there. Ian Boyce's vehicle isn't plays.
And wait a minute, is Hush going to try?
Plays is missing part of his wing.
We have a VSC very protected car has been deployed. So,
right, okay, that's been a manic 3 laps so far.
So you're telling me some of the crashes I saw yesterday, or things that happened, we got nothing. Okay, we're underway again, and then they get a VSC. The thing with Hush is, he's got a problem here. He wants to get past Lukey, but he knows he makes one little tiny mistake, Gary's going to take that place. So he's stuck in the middle here.
Yeah, Gary is not letting him go.
Oh, Gary
has just run wide, though. Just run over Luke. Don't sit in behind. He should sail past. For how close Gary is as well, Lukey could be in trouble from both of these drivers on turn 1. He's gone defensive very early, but I think the move by Hush is going to be done quite easily. If Gary can get closer. No, he's defending on the outside. He's held the position. He's obviously... Oh, where's he gone? Hold on. He's run wide. He's run wide.
No. Gary will
That's affected Gary's run as well slightly. Yeah, Gary switches it to the inside. And yeah, he's got the move done.
He's lost the back end. Oh dear.
I think there was a little touch there from Lukey. I'm not too certain.
It must have been the slightest of contact. To me, it looked like he lost the back end of it. It would have been the most tiniest of contact there. And now this has just helped Push get nearly a 2-second lead and pull away now.
Yeah, I think if... it did look like a little touch, but I think if there was a little touch there, he's a good driver, Lukey. You'd have let him back past, so...
We've got Ozza right on the back of Vettel fan as well, so we have got some other battles going as well. Krog's done well. Definitely a guy to look out for later on the race. 8th already on the hards. So he's made good progress from the start.
Yep, just having a look, see if Gary can get Lukey into turn 1. They're just coming around now to the DRS.
Doesn't seem close enough though.
No, but it's long straight. DRS quite powerful. Doesn't seem to be closing like I expected. He has kept it in low ERS, so.
But also though, he's going down the inside of Vettel fan. It looks like a nice simple move here to get himself up into 5th place.
The Toro Rosso is not giving that up. He's going to look to hold the inside of turn 2, and he has done.
That's brilliant.
Oz's got the better run though on the exit.
DRS as well. DRS is doing there.
Can he get him down into 4? He's later on the brakes in 4. As he made the move stick, Vettel fan comes straight back up the inside of him. What have you give up? What have you give up?
What have he's got to give up here?
Great driving. None of them gave up. Great driving from the 2 of them through there. Vettel fan's going to have a look back up the inside.
He might have it here.
Oh, rears come out from Oz. He's got him. Oz's rears gave way, and he's allowed Vettel fan to regain the position for the time being. Oz has pulled out of that. All this has done has brought Bamba Viking into the equation as well.
Ozza
and then 1.3 behind that is Master Krog.
Yeah, Ozza's in a Toro Rosso sandwich now. Now, how long can they soft
Rapid sprays. 16 laps, I think. 14, 16 laps, somewhere around there.
What, softs?
Oh no, 12 laps. 12 laps. I'm thinking from fresh. I was out of qualifying one test, so I was thinking of my tyres. I was doing 18 laps. I think I was planning on doing on mine and then putting the softs on. Did you ask how far the mediums can go or how far the softs can go?
No, the softs. I want to know how long
Oh, the softs. Yeah. Another couple of laps, fresh tyres, 8 laps.
Look at this. Let's go 3 wide here.
Looking 3 wide. Bamber Vikings on the inside. Vettel fan has lost 2 positions through all that. Oz has managed to take Vettel fan into P5. Bamber Vikings took Vettel fan also into P6. Gary and Lukey.
Gary here. And
yep.
Oh my God!
No. Yes, he's not quite as tidy.
That was going to happen. Yeah, that was going to happen.
It was going to happen.
Shame.
Rapid Phrase picks up P3. He says a shame. I don't think any of them did anything wrong.
They both didn't want to give that position up, did they? And it was a racing incident, and the gap was always going to close. It goes side by side through there, slightest touch all round. So unlucky for Gary, but he's right in the back of Rapid Spurs now. So.
Rapid Spurs has gone defensive there, but it seems pointless.
Yeah,
Gary flew past him.
It looked very easy there. I didn't know if Rapids just let him through there. I was like, what's going on there? So, and oh my God,
so we seem to go very defensive.
What about we have now? Look at this train from Ozza down to No Shells now. They have joined the battle. So we've got a battle between the McLarens and two Toro Rossos now. Because Cog is now quite up to the back of these.
Yeah, Rapid Sprays with the first corner cutting time penalty I've seen.
Oh, that could be very crucial later on in the race. Bamber trying to look round the outside of Ozza and he's not going to make move stick. Or might do actually, and he's got him. That's a great move going out into turn 2. And his teammate Vettel might try and take it onto him as well. We might lose 2 places here. Oh,
yeah, he's gone for it. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that Oz didn't cover that because that's what happened a few laps ago.
Oh, now there goes.
Can these two go side by side through here? They've done it once already. Oh, they've done it a second time. A little bit of ski whiff there from Oz. Oh, Master Krog.
Oh, semi-positions
with a very opportunistic move there. Very opportunistic from Master Krog. He's had to settle back in behind though as Vettel fans got the line.
Yeah.
No Schultz is in there as well.
And Ioke's not too far behind either. These guys bad. He's just forming a massive queue of cars here. Oh, so much action going. We're only on lap 7 at the moment. We're not even anywhere near halfway through.
No. Bamber Viking though, with all this battling going on, he has managed to pull out a DRS, which means Ozzy could be in trouble come the next straight. Master Krog is probably at the stage now where these tyres are going to start to become quicker than the guys around him, so it's going to be really, really interesting to see how this unfolds.
Yeah, Viking, like you said, something very crucial, getting out of DRS. And now can also be able to defend off the other Toro Rosso. We'll be getting sick and tired of seeing these cars by the end of the race.
Yeah, these two have been racing brilliantly though.
He's looking at the inside. Oh. Can't do what Viking did.
Held his line. We have Toro Rosso, McLaren. Toro Rosso, McLaren. All nose to tail.
And like I said, you've got Oaks in the background. You've got Clay's also in the background as well now. All these things going on.
Clay's? What's Clay still doing there? Have you seen the wing damage he's got on his front left?
I didn't realise he had damage.
Yeah, he's missing the end plates on the front left side end of his wing. It's now just flat.
Okay, looks alright to me.
I'm clearly looking at the damage there.
Who's up there anyway?
Luke Star? Who's Luke Star?
I know he's been in AL before. I don't know what he's doing here, but I'm sure he'll leave very soon. Interestingly, Ozza has got back under a second, so Bamber's not out of this yet.
No.
But Krog, oh my God, Krog is all over the back of Vettel fan now. You like you said, they've come up to the point now where the hards are going to be the better tyre, and this should be an easy okay if he goes down the inside and the outside.
I don't know who to watch.
It's hard to watch. It's hard. There's so much stuff going on.
Right, I can't see Ozza making it. Ozza has gone for a dive. Control this, held the inside. Van Viking's got the inside of the next one. Can he get the traction? He's off the track.
And Ozza, no, not looking down the inside this time.
Nope. Master Krog's still behind Vettel fan as well. No Shoals, 8 laps on them soft tyres. Starting to fall away now. He's got to be in this lap.
Yeah, definitely, because he was only a few tenths behind, and he's now got Oaks closing up very quickly, so you're happy that he don't come in this lap. Hush controlling the race, built it up to a 7-second lead now, so my pick for the win is looking good at the moment. You know, we've still got Gary in third.
Can we move him up? Have we got a tier above?
No, we don't. Well, I don't know what happened to him in the first race, but he's definitely got pace right here. But this is a great scrap between the Tauroses and McLarens. I hope we get something like this throughout the whole season. All 4 cars down the same straight, and is Ozza going to be able to get past Viking this time? And already Bamber's defending down the inside. And I see somebody going into the pit lane, and that is No Shoals. He was right.
No Shoals.
His softs are gone. Also down the inside. He's got him. Made that much more simpler this time.
Yeah. Bamber Viking could be at threat here from Vettel fan. Nope, he's not had a look. Master Krog has fallen to 8-9 tenths behind now.
Tell you what, this guy's been battling lap after lap, and they're still keeping up with Rapid Sprays ahead. And we can't forget that Rapid Sprays has that 3-second penalty, so at this stage at the moment, he will be finishing 5th on the circuit. So these 4 can keep helping each other along. They could move up an extra position.
Yeah, I'd imagine his tyres, they've got to be in a better condition, these guys behind him, the amount of battling they've been doing.
You think so, wouldn't you? But now the 2 Tauroses go have another battle. Yeah, this is a great scrap between these 4. But Ozza nearly out of DRS range, but I think he will be safe. Even with Bamber out of DRS, because I think they'd be more worried about. Oh, saying that, Vettel fan's gone very deep.
Vettel fan's gone wide, Master Krog's having the loop.
And Bamber's in the pits. Yeah, it would be time for mediums actually. So Bamber's going for the undercut. And Vettel fan's looking back down the outside. The way to move stick. Master Krog got down the inside. Look for the cutback. And of course kept the position, and really Krog should have the much fresher tyres now and should try and pull away from Vettel fan. And we get a lovely helicopter shot here of these 2 battling. And the Bamber Viking looks like he's coming out just in front of Smoking the Baits and just behind Heights in 11th position, so it's not too bad, but I feel a bit annoyed he's not out in complete clear air.
I love that helicopter view, it's a great view.
Oh, it is a great view. And Vettel fan is still right near the back. Oh, I think he kind of touched Krog a little bit there, but he won't get any damage. But they could give him a nice little love tap there on the back of McLaren. And we should be expecting some pit stops very soon, this lap or next couple of laps for the mediums.
Yeah, Hush at the moment, he's barring a mistake, he's very, very comfortable where he is.
Yeah, Hush seems to be pulling about 4 to 6 tenths a lap over Luki now. It's like nearly 9 seconds now, so he's...
Master Krog's broke the DRS on Vettel fan. I wouldn't be surprised to see Vettel fan dive in this lap. Gary's in.
And yes, Vettel fan
is
in as well. Oz is in, yes. This is time now for medium runners to start coming in.
Yeah, Iox is also in. Clays has carried on. But Clays is a bit in by now with a damaged wing.
Well, he must be feeling comfortable enough to keep going round.
So where do these guys come out with in relation to Bamber Viking? He's coming down start finish now.
We've got Ozza.
He's ahead of Ray Oaks.
Oh,
he's ahead of Vettelfan.
He's just ahead of Bamber. So Ozza and Bamber will be battling again. And Vettelfan is just ahead of No Shoals. So Vettelfan's kind of lost out here a little bit. He's now got a car between him and his teammate. But Bamber and Ozza can be battling again. Top three should be in this lap hopefully, and Clay's. And then Krog should have the lead of the race for all 3 laps.
Only just.
Yeah, only just.
Yeah, Hush is in.
Yes, there's a nice calm pit stop. Got the control of the race here. Yeah. And Will Rappers be in as well. I'd be very surprised if he don't.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's in.
So I'm going to keep an eye on Master Krog and I'm going to see where he will be. So Hush has come out of the pits now. And Krog will take the lead, like you said, just though.
Yeah, it's not about 2.5, 3 seconds. Well,
Right,
it's
so
3 seconds.
the question is, where's Luke in the others going to be out compared to where Gary? Where is Gary? Gary's still behind Lukey.
Yeah, but he's closed. He's closed the gap considerably. He was over 3 seconds behind Lukey. He's now 1.6.
And interestingly, Ozza has jumped Rapper Sprays. And that's a massive undercut. He was about, what, 2-3 seconds? And, oh, wow, Rapper Sprays looks down the inside.
Yep, the Toro Rosso showing a little bit of interest in this behind as well. Bamber Viking.
And you've got Heights just ahead, and they should start catching him soon because they've got much fresher tyres. But yeah, that's a. I don't know, did the Sprays have any damage or anything? Did they have a really bad or good lap or something? Because I'm surprised he's come out behind. I don't know, but he's looking racy. That's not going to help him with that 3-second penalty as well.
He's looking racy. I hope this isn't a commentator's curse. Lap 13, 0 retirements.
Yeah, you say that now, and then Hush is going to crash out in a minute. You know what's going to happen.
It won't. Oz is definitely going to be a threat here, though, from Rapid Sprays, maybe even Bamber Viking if he can close up a little bit. Coming through the last corner.
Yeah, definitely.
Gary with the fastest lap. Started noticing helmets for some reason. Rapid Sprays has a very, very nice helmet.
You remind me of Mackie, who used to always do look at helmets and say how nice they were. And he's defending inside the line. Oh, he's got over the curb a little bit. He's got still got a good drive though.
He's looking for a good drive here.
He's touching him. He just wants to shove him out the way and get into that position.
Rapids has got this down into turn 4. Unless Ozza can hold the outside.
No,
Rapids. Good drive. Naughty, but good driving for Rapids. Doesn't want to go 2x2 through here. Pushes Ozza a little bit wide, gives him the space.
Yeah, he's done well, you know.
Now he can.
Rapid Spray's got the inside line. He's got the right way. He's being in that corner, so it's up to Ozza if he wanted to go and keep that around the outside, to be honest. So, driving for the both.
Hush is now in DRS on Krog, and Gary is in DRS on Lucky.
Oh, so we've got a good battle there. If I was Krog, I wouldn't battle Hush too hard. Because they're in a completely different battle in the race.
Rapid Sprays and Oz are still going at it.
There you got Toro's just lurking in the background. 30.6 from Hush. Jesus Christ, that's quick.
No defence there whatsoever from Master Krog.
Done the right thing, to be honest.
Just kept his line.
Just going to slow each other down.
Yeah, he just kept his line.
Battle. Right, what's that? Tell you, I think these guys will be battling all the way to the end of the race here.
Ozza makes a move to the inside. Yeah, Rapid Sprays isn't going to hold that, but is he going to try and have a look at him down into turn 4?
You will have the DRS there, was there?
Yeah, he's
still
got
defending
defensive
the
though,
inside.
so he knows he's under threat. He's going to sweep underneath him. He has.
Oh,
We could be looking too wide.
oh,
Oz has gone through here a few
oh,
times with his heart in his
oh,
mouth.
it is,
Oh, slight touch.
oh, it's
Oh,
a
slight
repeat
touch.
of Lukey
Very,
Gary,
very
but
good save.
Ozza held it. It's so
Yeah.
difficult to go too wide there, isn't it? Because you're going to have that slight contact with tyres. And luckily, as you said, Ozza did very well to hold that. And but sadly, he's lost both places to Toro Rosso's. And he's going to have to battle them again. I'm dreaming of Toro Rosso's
Yeah,
today.
he'll be upset with that, but I don't think there's much that either driver could do there to sort of try and avoid that incident. You go through there too wide, you're risking one of you going out. Spinning. It always seems to be the car that's on the inside of the second part of it.
Yeah, Gary is right on the back of Lucy now for the last
As
podium
Master
position.
Krog.
Pits.
Master Krog's into the pits.
I thought he might have stayed out for a couple more laps, but I just feel that he could do the rest of. Where is he going to come out actually? I don't think Gary's got very good straight line speed because he's not just breezing past Lukey on this. He must have quite a high aero. But yeah, where is
Master Krog comes out right behind the Toro Rossos and his teammate.
Oh, is he going to get ahead of
smoking with Bates. Just.
Krog is on for good points here. He's on the quicker tyre now, and if he can get past these Toro Rossos quickly, and I don't know if his teammate will hold him up too much, he could end up around 5th or 4th, because I still have to pit again shortly. So could get some good points here tonight, Krog.
Yeah, I think Alex will probably whack in another couple of laps, and then we'll see him come in and put some softs on.
Wait a minute, when did also get past both the Toro Rossos so quickly? Because he was behind
Totally
both of them when he half spun it.
I was paying attention to Gary and Master Krog. I'm guessing he did it into turn 1.
Yeah, there's so much stuff going on, and Krog already all over the back of the first Toro Rosso Vettel fan, so we want to get past him very quickly. We want to get past him as quickly as possible while you've got the tyres as fresh as they are.
See if Gary can make an attempt down into turn 1 here. He doesn't look like he's got the straight line speed.
No, he doesn't. He looks much better on the corners, but when you go down to the start and finish straight. Oh, and Vettel fans got very wide, and Master Krog has easily taken that place.
Yeah, Vettel fans dropped outside the points. He's dropped behind no shoals.
Dropped a lot of points. Well, Smoke and Bates should come in the pits again, so you can still battle for a point. And no shoals actually down the inside of Smoke and Bates and takes that ninth position there, but Smoke and Bates is going to get a better drive come out turn 2 because he went over the curb. This Smoke and Bates is going to go down the inside. Yes, he is.
He's looking for it.
And yeah,
pushes no shoals out a little bit wide so that he can make sure he's single file through the S's.
Yeah, that's really unlucky for Vettel fans. Lost a lot of positions, lost a lot of time as well now when he was right up with the two McLarens and his teammate, and now Krog is all over the back of Bamba Viking now. He's flying on these mediums.
Oh, Gary. That is important for P2.
Very important.
Yeah. He's going to want to make this move stick now. He's going to give Lukey the DRS though. Lukey has clearly got the better straight line speed. I think we'll see Lukey instantly take this position from him.
Yeah, he's going to breeze past him.
He's already up the side of him. He's already past him. Yeah. Can I go and try and beat him on the brakes? He's not now.
Will he get a good run out of turn 2? No, I don't think he's going to make that move stick. Especially with that
Smoking with Bates has finally gone into the pits.
Krog.
Oh, he could have a look into 4. He's thought about it. Oh, they've come close.
Krog has got past the other Toro Rosso and it's up into 7th place now. And Vettel fans got
Are we going to see
shots.
team orders?
Yeah.
We're going to see team orders when he gets to Aussie.
What would you do, like, during Aussie's position? Would you let Krog through?
Yes. Yes, I would. Yeah, I've got a good teammate. I've let him down so far for the first 2 races, but my teammate's Magic Mark. So if I was in this position now, Magic Mark's behind me. He's on the quicker tyres. I mean, I'm not going to slow down and move out of his way as such, but I'm not going to defend when he gets there at the same time. The way I look at it for Ozzer is, regardless of what he does, Master Krog is going to get past him. But he could try and hang on to the back of Krog and try and attack Rapids. Yeah, Gary's sat behind Lukey this time. He's a lot closer than I've seen him coming off the final turn.
Well, let's hope he's going to be quick enough with the DRS, isn't he? Looks like he is this time.
He's closing. He's got the inside line. Looks like he's got the move done. Clay's with a penalty point there, 3 seconds. Look, he's going to look to try and sweep under him and come back at him at turn 4.
No, he's already defended the inside line.
He's not, he's give it up.
Well,
Give the inside line up.
He's looking, yeah, I'm surprised about that. But then he's going to sweep underneath.
Yeah. Yep, he swept underneath in the single fire through here. This is where they is this where they touched before?
Yeah, it's that corner before when they were side by side. Question is now, can Gary get more than a 3-second gap to keep that second place now?
It's going to be a big ask. Oh, little touch, 2 touches, bounce over the curb from Lukey.
Is it me or is it Gary lagging a little bit on your screen? It is a bit on mine.
He looked like he was. God, look, he's got so much straight line speed. Gary is never getting away from him. Lukey's got too much straight line speed.
Yeah, that's the problem. Gary's got more downforce in this car, but like I said, Lukey's got much better straight line speed. And interestingly, Ozzer has caught back up to rapid sprays again. And obviously with Master Krog not too far behind either, and still got Oates up in 4th, and I'd be very surprised if he gets those cars to the end. So I think it may be
9 laps to go. He's in this lap, or he's going to the end for me. I think he's going to try and squeeze it to the end.
It's going to be a risk of a punch rifle.
Yeah. If he squeezes that to the end and gets P4, all behind us is having a look at rapid sprays. If he squeezes that to the end and gets P4, he is my driver of the day.
Oh, definitely. If he does that, definitely. Here comes Ozzer. Rapid sprays already defending down the inside. Ozzer's just going to sweep around the outside, surely. But Rapid's not giving up. But Ozzer's going to swing that round the outside. Yeah, he's got that place. Yeah, he's had to back up there. So Ozzer up into 5th now.
Yeah, he will have wanted that move done before the S's. Obviously, oh, rapid sprays. It's not over yet. He says it's not over yet.
Yeah, but the thing is, Rapid Spray's got a 3-second penalty. He needs to get past Ozzer and pull away.
Yeah, a good avoiding action there from Rapid Sprays. It's cost him a lot of time. He got a great run through the left-handers. But then he had to pull out of it.
So, Hush, don't worry, we haven't forgot about him, but he's got a nice 15-second lead now over Lukey. Very much in control here.
Yeah, I keep wanting to give him some airtime, but there's too much going on.
Are they? Like, Gary's still on the back of Lukey, but I still think he's too far back with that lack of straight line speed with DRS. Lukey knows that. And now
Lukey's got some phenomenal straight line speed, and that's where Gary's struggling. I think even when he overtakes him, well, as we've seen, he can't pull away. Lukey's straight line speed is so quick.
Krog's not flying up through the field as I expected, because I thought he would have got past Rapid Sprays as teammate by now, and Amber Viker's caught up with this battle as well, so we've got a 4-car battle there. You've got Vettel fans still battling with no shoals for the final points position. And Oaks is doing a good job in 9th. So Clay's still not out of it for points as well. And then Sandy for Banks.
He does have a penalty.
Boy, they've not had a great race. What Clay's got a penalty, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know what to look at.
There's a couple of cars coming through here.
Any battles going on? I don't know who to look at.
Well, they're all so close. From Heights.
Oh,
Oh no, Heights has lost
oh
it.
no.
He's still got his car together. He's going to head straight for the pit, straight through the Rolex sign. He's going to head straight for the pits for a set of soft tyres.
Oh, he lost it where I did on Sunday, but he came off much worse than I did. That is very unlucky.
Yeah, what's happened to Vettel-fan? Vettel-fan's lost it also. Clays has passed him. Clays is up into 11th now.
Clays could get points now. So you jinxed it, saying, yeah, he'll be my driver of the day, and there you go, he's been there until then. And spending
And a 5-second penalty. Yeah, he is not getting points now. Clays could look like he could grab hold to the last point here. Oh, Gary and Lukey side by side. Vettel-fan with a 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane as well. This gives Clays clear air in 10th place. Could pick up a very valuable championship point there.
And he come in fast lap with 29.8. Won't count as he's not in the top 10, but takes it off anybody that did it in the top 10 anyway. But yeah, this battle's still going on between the two McLarens and the Williams. And I feel sorry for Heights.
Yeah.
He's doing nice, and then that happened.
We're going to jump on board. We're going to give Hush a bit of rare time. He's run a great race. He's 15 seconds. Obviously, the battling behind him is obviously attributed to the sort of the lead that he's got, but
yeah. Not just that, he's just had incredible pace throughout qualifying and the race as well. So
yeah, he has. Yeah. So that beautiful Haas with the bright blue helmet.
Yeah, you should tell him how nice his helmet is on the podium interview.
I will do. Unfortunately, I'm going to flip back to Gary now. Gary's very close again.
I don't know if Vettel-fan's actually retired on track or he binned it. I'm going to have a look.
Gary, look, he's trying to hold it round the outside. These guys have been battling for a while now.
DNF for Vettel, so is that terminal or is that not?
I think it was terminal, mate, for how quick it's happened. Gary, look, he just will not give this position up. Oh, they've slightly touched. Slight touch. Gary's got the position for the time being, but we're coming down to the DRS zone. Lukey has got unbelievable straight line speed.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like you said, he's never going to pull away from Lukey at all.
Watch the speed.
He'll just breeze past now.
Yeah, watch the speed from Lukey in a second. As soon as he gets into the higher gears, he's already closing. He's closing. He's got DRS. He's too far back for a move, but providing he stays in the DRS by turn 1, he will be in front of him.
Well, hopefully Lukey
Master
knows
Crop past
that
Rocket's phrase.
Gary's got a penalty, so he doesn't need to push him too hard.
These guys have been pushing each other hard from start to finish. I can't see anything changing within the last few laps.
That is very true. They've been fighting every corner to try and make sure they got the second place, but like you said, I should expect Luke to just breeze past down the start for the straight.
Yeah, he
even
will,
with Gary defending down the inside.
He was already closing on him very, very quickly before they even got to the DRS. Yeah, he's got slightly defensive to the inside. Gary filters in behind him, so there's not a lot Gary can do here.
You did say that Cog got past Rapid Sprays and now he's up on the back of his teammate now, so will team orders come into play?
I'll flick back to that now.
And Clays is now looking like to get a point even with that penalty because he's 12 seconds clear of his teammate.
Yeah.
And yes, Shrimper, Hush has been leading from the... He's basically going to get a grand... Well, sorry, he was going to get a grand slam until he got the fastest lap, but he'll be very happy with pole and the win. It's going to have to take him to crash out the race now for anybody else to catch up.
I don't think Osler will give this position up now.
And why do you think that?
Because it's 9 seconds behind Gary.
That's true, yeah. No way Cross is going to catch him up in that amount of time. This has been a great race. So many battles going on. We've still got a battle for the second. This three-way scrap from McLaren to the Williams, and we've still even got a battle for 8th and 9th as well. So Very hard to
Yeah,
keep
Gary,
on which battle.
Gary just doesn't have the front line speed. He's sat in that car now and he's pinching himself because he knows that just one click of the front wing, one click, and he'll be able to get Lukey down into turn one. He just hasn't got. He's running at a similar speed to Lukey's running down the straight, even with DRS.
Here we go. Also,
Just that one click,
from
that
Master
extra bit of speed.
Croc around the outside, and
I
to
know
me,
he looks like he's given that up to
I
me.
was about to say, yeah. Well, you better be careful because we're after sprays.
Hasn't Master Croc got a penalty? Could that be giving him the opportunity to
I can have a look,
get
but
clear?
I don't think he's got one.
I'm sure Master Croc's got 1 3-second penalty.
I'll have a look, but I don't think. I'll have a look. No, he is one warning away from getting a penalty, though.
Right, okay.
The only ones I know majorly is Gary, Rapid Sprays, and Clays.
I know it's a big ask, but do you think Master Croc will 6 seconds on Gary with these battling?
I don't think so. No, I think the gap's too big. Even with them battling, I can't see it. You know, he's 9.5 seconds behind Gary. And
I wouldn't like to see Gary miss out on a podium here. He's run a great race. Him and Lukey have been battling from pretty much start to finish. There was a brief period where he had an incident and then he's caught him back up again.
Austin's not giving up here. He might get his teammate back down the start and finish straight.
I'll flip back to that in a minute.
I don't know, he doesn't look close enough.
Neither is Gary.
There's a problem. Let's have a quick look if no shoals. Nope, still defending that easily as well. So
Yeah, jump back on board with Hush. Well, we've got a second.
Also, Shrimper was supposed to race tonight because of his. BT Squeeze Raider Shrimper that he couldn't race tonight. Hopefully, he can get something back from them. Oh, yellow flag is set to 3. And Ian Boy's got a 5 seconds penalty speed in the pit lane, and he must retire.
Ian Boy's retired from the pit lane, yeah.
Rapid Spray's going very wide there.
Yeah. Caught that. Who's your teammate, Shrimper, just out of curiosity? See how they're getting on, can't remember what team you're in.
Yeah, what team is he in? Is he, I think he's in the Haas, isn't he?
Well, if he is in the Haas, he's going to be very, very happy, constructors-wise, to see his teammate running away with it.
Yeah, I can't remember. Oh, he's Shrimper in a Ferrari. I think it's one of the two. One of the two, I know it is.
No, we've got both Ferraris, haven't we? We've got no shows in an Alfa.
No, I think Shrimper's in a Ferrari, I think. Yeah, what car was you supposed to be in tonight, Shrimper?
Ian Boyce's teammate, yes, Ferrari.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, as you during the stream, mate, he retired, so we're going to call you his bad omen.
So with 3 laps to go, including the one there on, you was going to give Eitz the driver of the day, but who are you thinking of giving that to now?
It's got to be Hush. The guy that wins the race, he very rarely gets driver of the day, but he's controlled this race from start to finish. Even when the pressure he received earlier on, Lukey got him off the start, took his time, even with Gary behind him, he took his time, picked his place to pass, then he drove away. It's got to be Hush for me.
Yeah, I agree, it's definitely controlled the front. I think sometimes people that win the races don't get enough credit. We always, a lot
Master Croc
look
as well.
Like, yeah, he's done really well.
He's up 11 places. Oh, here comes left.
Yeah, but what I feel is sometimes we look at people moving up positions too much and we don't give credit to the guy who's actually done a really good job winning the race and controlling it. And here comes Gary.
Gary's going to have a go at Lukey now. Lukey's gone defensive to the inside. Can he hold it or is he in behind? He's in behind. Falls in through. I think at this stage now, I'm not sure if Lukey will attack him.
Well, Lucas should know he's got a penalty, surely.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if Lukey goes too aggressive now. There's a lap and a half to. Gary's got a 3-second penalty. He may as well just sit there and take the P2.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Looks like the race is definitely settling down now. I know people are still quite close, but looks like Oz is settling nicely behind his teammate. I've not really seen him attacking him much. And hopefully they both know Rapid Spray's got a 3-second penalty as well, so he's not going to be much of a hindrance. But there's a nice 3-way scrap happening in the end as well with Scholes, Plays and Oaks as well. But it looks like these positions could be the same. Actually, no, Bamba might get 6th. He's just under 3 seconds behind Rapid Spray, so could see a position change there.
I think Lukey will end up overtaking Gary again here, down into turn 1 or maybe even turn 4. As we've seen, his front line speed is by far superior to what Gary's got to offer.
Yeah, he's already defending down the inside, Gary. He knows what's coming.
Yeah, look at how quick he's just he's closing up now. It's going to be turn 4. I've just had a message off my teammate in AL, Craig.
Ah,
I believe.
Who's your teammate?
Mr. Pro Legends.
Oh yeah, I just got a message as well.
Ah, right, okay, it's probably in the actual chat then.
Yeah, it is. Don't worry about it. It's just, yes, but yeah, Luke is just sticking nicely behind now. Knows that he'll get that 2nd place. Krog's still holding on nicely behind Osset and Rapid Sprays, and yeah, it's been a really good race, and Hush has definitely deserved the win. He's had a really good race.
Yeah, he deserves driver of the day as well, to be fair. He has really controlled this race. Master Krog is a very, very close 2nd.
Yeah, how can you say no to that blue helmet with the lovely black and gold in the ass, you know? And
You can't.
And he crosses the line, and Hush wins the Bahrain
I do
Grand Prix
apologise.
F1. So
He
Hush
does.
wins the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Oh, Rapid Sprays has somehow managed to get past both Ozzy and Master Krog.
Oh,
Master Krog has dropped down to 6th.
Oh, no.
I don't know, I went back to the leader.
Did the McLaren's touch?
They must have done. There must have been a touch from the 2 of them. Oh, Force India there. Is that Hiccup? Oh, that's Hiccup's AI car.
Oh, no.
I hope he was not involved in
Could have been.
in the reason for why the McLarens got RSL Clays right behind No Shows. No Shows has just pushed him wide.
Yeah, Krog's all the way down to 10th.
Krog's run out of fuel. He's run out of fuel.
Oh no! So that must. Oh no! You sure?
He's run out of fuel. Yeah, he's run out of fuel.
I feel so sorry for him from all the way down to 10th. The Bamba has somehow got away with it. Oh, McLaren were looking very good for some strong points there. That's such a shame.
Yeah. Spirit TX is putting that Hiccup's Wi-Fi went down.
I hope his car wasn't involved.
So do I. There we go. Hush with Lukey and Gary. I mean, he ran away with that, but great driving and great battling from Lukey. And also from Gary. Give us a really good show there. Do you want to get the guys into the party, Craig?
Yes, I would.
I'm not going to tell him that pepper meat. I'm not even going to repeat that on stream. So, Unity Hush takes the win. Great race from him, well controlled. Sorry about that, my daughter's just fell off the sofa. Lukey in P2 takes it over penalties over Gary. Good battling. I think Lukey probably settled in knowing about the penalties with the last few laps to go. Ozzer in P4, Bamba Viking P5, P6 we've got Rapid Sprays, P7 we've got Oaks, P8 No Shoals, P9 Mr Clays, P10 taking up the last point Master Krog after I believe he ran out of fuel. I'm not too sure if he's now on the stream chat to let us know. Missing out on the points we've got Smoking with Bait, RSF1 Heights, Lukey's got no mic, Hiccup, Ian Boy and Vettel. Lukey, will come to you last, mate. If you want to very quickly Send me a message on Discord or whatever about your race and your battle with Gary. I will then read it out afterwards, mate. Thank you. Right, so we'll go back to front. We'll start with Gary. Gary, great racing from you, mate. I know the penalty in the end got you and dropped you down to P3, but that battle with Lukey, that must have been really enjoyable for you. I know you had a little coming together. Oh, Gary's not even here.
He is now.
He is now, but you could have informed me he's not here.
Oh, I
Anyway.
thought you might have looked at the party. Don't blame me.
No! As soon as I press the middle button, the stream freezes. Has everyone included their audio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to start with P3. Gary, great race from yourself, mate, P3. Yours and Lukey's battle from start to finish, pretty much. You had about a 5 or 6 lap gap where you went through the S's together. Unfortunately, you came off worse, but I mean, I'd imagine that race, P3 was probably not what you were hoping for, but it was a very enjoyable race from you, I'd imagine.
Yeah, happy to get it. So the competition's really fast in this league. Hush was in a league of his own the other day. Once he got away, he was just pulled away nearly a second a lap at a stage. But I think that's because me and Luke were battling a wee bit. But once I got my time count, I knew that P2 was out the window. Yeah, it was quite a big battle actually. I do think I had a wee bit more pace on him, but not enough to pull away even. I had enough to catch him just, but hardly even enough to pass him. At any time I got past, he was up the inside or past the next straight, like. Oh.
Yeah, you sound very out of breath there, mate, to be fair.
I'm sweating.
His straight line speed was something else. We noticed that.
Yeah.
Even if you come off that last corner 4 tenths behind, you'd be 4 tenths behind come turn 1. He just seems to have so much downforce.
Yeah.
I mean, what happened through the S's? I mean, it looks as if you give each other as much space as you could.
We give plenty of room going into it, but I think we just tapped on about the middle of it. And it's pretty risky going through there too wide, like, but it can be done if. But we're going pretty fast, like, so. Oh, I'm not even too annoyed about that.
Yeah, great race
good
from you, mate.
Race, anyway, so.
Yeah, it was. I'll be honest with you. We spent a lot of the stream with you and Lukey, so you probably enjoyed watching it back. To be fair, anything for you to add, Craig?
No, it's a good battle with Lukey, and like I said, we could tell that you had less straight line speed, and it must have been going when you got that 3-second penalty as well, because every time you got past him, Lukey was always getting you back on DRS with the straights. But you must be happy anyway after not having the best races last week, and it must be nice to get your first podium and points on the board.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
So, well done then from Gary. Great race from him. Finishing in P3 in round 2 round Bahrain. Lukey, obviously we know he hasn't got a mic, so he has just sent me a message, but it was great racing between me and Gary. Good game to him. Don't know Hush pulled away that quick. Great pace from him, and well done to him on the win. Bahrain is never my strongest track, so looking forward to China. So I'm guessing he's probably very, very happy with P2 then, if it's not a strong track for him. So well done to Lukey. Obviously we can't have a conversation with him, unfortunately he's not got a mic at the moment. I'm sure he probably enjoyed his holiday. Yes, get a mic. I'm sure he probably enjoyed his holiday, first race back. So we move on to our race winner, Hush. Not only are you our race winner, you're also our driver of the day. Obviously you were showing your pace all the way through the sessions, through Q1, 2, 3. And then also including the race. Lukey made a great move on you into turn 1 at the start of the race. Were you a bit worried at that stage that you were going to be battling all the way through, or were you confident that you could get the pace and you could get away from him?
Well, where it took me, I got a little hit from behind, so it forced me behind like a couple of seconds. And I had a great pace, so I catched up with him and get away. So I was hoping Gabby could get P2 because Gabby's. But yeah, and Lukey, he had good pace, but I don't think he had enough to catch.
No, mate, your pace from start to finish, like you said, you were mine and Craig's driver of the day. I mean, within the first few laps, you had a lot to deal with what Luca gave to offer. But were you expecting to be as quick as you were and expecting pole and to run away with the race, or was it a surprise to you?
I mean, I was expecting it. If I didn't pull, I would have hit myself or something. I was actually tempted to go fastest lap, but Gary and Lukey were DRSing each other, so I didn't get stuck in between it. I knew Gary had a penalty, but Lukey I wasn't sure about.
Yeah, anything to add, Craig?
No, it's just a very good race, very good, consistent race, well deserved, and hopefully we'll see you up here again next week in China. You know, make a.
I hope.
I mean, how are you looking forward to China next week? Is it another strong track for you, or?
It's in between for me. Not great and not bad.
So just hoping for strong points at China more than anything else.
I'm hoping for P3 at least.
Nice target. We'll potentially talk about that next week. What about you, Gary? What are you hoping for from China next week?
I'd be happy with top 5. Forward. There's some really fast. There's 5 or 6 really fast people in here, so if you get a podium, it's a bonus.
Brilliant. Maybe we'll see you next week. Maybe we won't.
Yeah, hopefully.
Do join. Do join us again tomorrow night. We will be F4 tomorrow night to watch the guys tackle Bahrain themselves. I'm pretty certain we'll probably see dry weather again, same for Thursday. But thanks for joining us. Great race from our top 3. Unity Hush takes the win, followed by Lucky in P2 and Gary in P3. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow for our F4 session. Cool.
Goodbye.